When you're staring at a kitchen showroom or scrolling through endless listings, the biggest question that keeps popping up is whether you're really getting a range that will work for your everyday cooking, not just look good on Instagram. I get that hesitation, especially with a dual-fuel setup that promises professional-grade results, but also carries a higher price tag and a bigger footprint. In this review, I'm going to walk through the practical side of the ZLINE 36-inch Legacy dual-fuel range, talk about the moments it actually shines, point out the hidden trade-offs, and help you decide if it's the right fit for your kitchen. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest thing that sets a dual-fuel range apart is the combination of a gas cooktop with an electric convection oven. For anyone who spends time searing steaks, tossing stir-fries, or doing anything that benefits from immediate, adjustable flame, the gas side is a real advantage. ZLINE's 6 hand-cast Italian-made burners are built to distribute heat evenly, and the fact that they're sealed means you won't be dealing with the occasional flare-up that older open-port burners can produce. In my kitchen, that translates to a reliable high-heat zone for a quick sear on a ribeye, while the smaller burners hold a gentle simmer for a delicate sauce without constantly adjusting the knob. On the oven side, the electric convection element does the heavy lifting for roasts, baked goods, and multi-rack cooking. The 4.6 cubic foot capacity is generous enough to fit a 27-inch pizza pan, a holiday turkey, or 2 full-size sheet pans side by side. The landscape window is a subtle but useful design tweak. It lets you glance at browning progress without opening the door and losing heat, which is a common annoyance with traditional vertical windows. The triple-layered glass and aluminum mesh seal are marketed as premium insulation, and in practice they do keep the temperature steady. I've noticed the oven recovers to the set temperature within a minute after opening the door, which is handy when you need to rotate a tray halfway through a bake. Now, let's talk about the real-world setup. This unit measures 36 inches wide, 48 inches tall, and roughly 25 inches deep, so you'll need a full-size opening in your cabinetry. It's not a drop-in appliance you can squeeze into a tight alcove. The custom satin stainless steel door finish looks sleek, but it's also prone to fingerprints if you have a lot of hands in the kitchen. A quick wipe with a microfiber cloth keeps it looking fresh, but if you're looking for a set-it-and-forget-it aesthetic, you might want a matte option instead. Installation is another consideration. Because it's dual fuel, you need both a gas line and a dedicated 240-volt circuit. Most professional installers can handle it in a day, but that adds to the overall cost beyond the sticker price. Who should buy this range? If you're a home chef who regularly juggles high-heat stovetop techniques and needs a reliable convection oven for baking, the ZLINE Legacy hits a sweet spot. It's also a solid choice for families that do big batch cooking. Think Sunday roasts, batch-cooked casseroles, or entertaining with multiple dishes at once. The large oven volume means you can bake a cake on the middle rack and a tray of cookies on the lower rack without crowding, and the convection fan ensures even heat distribution so you don't have to rotate pans constantly. On the flip side, if you mostly microwave reheats, use a slow cooker, or rarely bake, you're probably paying for capabilities you won't use. The same goes for renters or anyone who can't commit to a permanent gas line. Those situations make a single-fuel electric range or a more compact gas cooktop a better value proposition. Likewise, if your kitchen layout is tight or you're working with a limited budget for installation, the extra electrical and plumbing work may push this out of reach. Practical strengths are where the ZLINE truly distinguishes itself. The gas burners have a quick response time. Turn the knob to high, and the flame spikes within seconds, which is something I've missed on some electric-only models. The sealed design also means less cleaning around the burner caps. Spilled food tends to stay on the surface rather than seeping underneath. The convection oven's even heat is evident in the uniform browning of a sheet pan of roasted vegetables. There were no hot spots or uneven cooking zones. The large capacity plus the landscape window means you can keep an eye on a multi-rack bake without the temptation to keep opening the door, which preserves moisture and saves energy. Weaknesses are subtle but worth noting. The control panel is tucked behind a metal panel that slides out, which feels premium but can be a bit stiff to open if you have wet hands. The knobs themselves are metal and can become hot after prolonged use, so you need to be careful when adjusting them mid-cook. Because the oven uses a convection fan, you'll hear a low whirring sound throughout the bake. Some people find it reassuring, others consider it background noise. Finally, while